Well, one of the standout group matches at the Women's World Cup sees two old rivals go head-to-head as England take on Scotland. It's always a big rivalry, whether it's women's or men's football, this one. And Warren Ashurst and Tom McGarry are with you to look ahead to this Group D clash, which takes place in Nice. And we'll start off by looking ahead to England's prospects for this game and the World Cup, because they are semi-finalists in the last two major tournaments, in the World Cup 4 years ago and in the Euros 2 years ago as well. They also won the She Believes Cup in March, and that saw them come up against the likes of Brazil, Japan and the United States. So they're in fine fettle going into the World Cup. Having said that, they have lost two of the last four friendlies, including their latest friendly match as a warm-up to this World Cup, and that was against New Zealand last month. So Scotland will maybe feel, because of those recent friendly defeats, Tom, that they've got a chance here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Scotland themselves have been in really good form of late. They're unbeaten in their last 5 internationals, winning 4 of those games, including recent friendly victories over Brazil and Jamaica, two sides who've also qualified for these World Cup finals. All the pressure will be on England. There's an element of expectancy because of their recent performances in major tournaments to at least replicate that and make it through to the semi-finals. And they're the side with a lot of the standout names, the likes of Lucy Bronze, people like that, Nikita Parrish playing up front, who's in really good form. So I think the expectation is with England to win this game. Scotland making their World Cup debut, there's a lack of pressure. They'll be fired up to beat the old enemy. And they do have one or two decent players who play in the Women's Super League in England, the likes of Erin Cuthbert in particular, who's had a really good season with Chelsea. So I don't think it's going to be an easy victory for England. But if you look based on the experience of their squad, you've probably got to fancy them to begin with a victory.
Yeah, I would say so. If you're looking at the key players for both of these sides, by the way, starting with England, well, look at 3 main players I would suggest in Phil Neville's squad. First off, it's the veteran defender Steph Houghton, and she has over 100 caps. She's playing in her 3rd World Cup. England, by the way, they only conceded 1 goal in the whole qualifying campaign. Shows you how solid they are at the back, and Steph Houghton has a big role to play in that. In midfield, meanwhile, Fran Kirby, she chipped in with 2 goals and 5 assists in qualifying. She's got plenty of experience as well. She's been in and around the international scene since a teenager, around 18, 19 years of age, and she's another one who's played in the World Cup before and is looking to make an impact. And as Tom mentioned there before, Nikita Parrish has been touted by many of the pundits as a real star of this tournament and one to watch. She's recently just agreed a deal to join the French club Lyon, who are the European champions, having had a successful spell with Manchester City. Her confidence will be sky high after agreeing that deal, and we expect to see a lot of her at this summer's World Cup.
Yeah, looking at Scotland as well, I mentioned Erin Cuthbert before, starring for Chelsea this season, helping them come within a whisker of making it through to the Women's Champions League final. She's got 10 goals in 30 international appearances, a decent record, 1 in 3. I think most strikers would take that. Then you've got Kim Little as well in midfield, very experienced campaigner, won over 130 caps, also knows where the back of the net is with over 50 international goals. She plays for Arsenal in the Women's Super League. So it's players like that with the big level experience that Scotland are going to be looking to, not only in this game, but also to help them through in the tournament, because they play Japan, another one of the tournament favourites, in their 2nd group game. So it's imperative they pick up at least 1 decent result from those opening 2 matches.
Well, these rivalries are often very tight matches, tight affairs, of course, in the first games of World Cups as well. And I think it will be nothing different this time around, but I think England have just about got the edge on this with the calibre of players that they have in their squad. I'm going to go 2-1 to Philip Neville's side. What do you reckon, Tom?
Yeah, I can see a similar kind of result. A 2-1 certainly looks appealing. If Scotland were to get the first goal, though, I think the pressure would really start to mount on England. It's imperative whoever gets the first goal, I think, would go on and win the game. But I think you've got to probably favour England.
Well, that's our thoughts. Let us know what you think about this clash. The Group D encounter in the Women's World Cup. It promises to be a cracker. England against Scotland. Let us know your thoughts on social media. Like our pages, of course, on Twitter and on Facebook. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.